algorithms, flowcharts, and pseudo code. If you are new to programming languages like C, C++, Java, or Python, you must learn what is algorithm, what is flowchart, and what is pseudo code. So what is an algorithm? What is a program? Basically, program is group of instructions to do a specific task. Program is group of instructions or group of statements to do a specific task. Before writing any particular program, either in C language or C++ or Java or Python, all the instructions of that concerned program, those step-by-step instructions of the concerned program, you can put it on the paper in simple English language sentences. So algorithm is a set of step-by-step instructions for accomplishing a task. So for any program, if you give input, you get some output. Input, process, and output. Look at this example. I want to find the sum of two numbers. You can write the algorithm in a simple English language sentences. Look at that, step 1 and step 5, start, end, or begin, end. If you want to add any two numbers, you need to read those two numbers first. So read two numbers and store it in A and B. A and B are the variables. Now add A and B and store the result in C. C is equal to A plus B. Step 4, display C as result or write C as result. So read two numbers or input two numbers. Display C or write C. You can use simple English language sentences. So look at this example, check for a number even or odd. So what do you mean by even? Any number which is divisible by 2 is an even number. What do you mean by divisible by 2? If you divide any number by 2, if the remainder is 0, then you can say it is divisible by 2. Remainder, we use the term mod or modulus in programming environment. So look at the algorithm, start, read one number, we need only one number here, and check if the number is divisible by 2. If the remainder is 0, print even, otherwise print odd. So look at step 4 and step 5. A mod 2 equal to 0. Why double equal to? See, always we need to use double equal to because equality operator, that single equal to is always called an assignment operator. So as I told you, algorithm is nothing but step-by-step representation of all the statements of any particular program. You can use your own simple English language sentences. But we need to follow certain rules, certain properties. The number of steps must be limited. Finite number of steps. Limited number of steps you have to use. Each and every step must be precisely specified, that is your definiteness. If you give an input, you must get the exact output, that is your expecting output. There won't be any mistakes in the instructions. So the basic properties of an algorithm. What is flowchart? Flowchart is a diagrammatic representation using symbols. Whatever the algorithm we write, the same instructions you need to put it using symbols. So these are the standard symbols in any programming language. Begin and end, that is start and end, we use oval. For input output parallelogram, and for process is rectangle, and for decision is diamond, and so on. So you can see the symbols for database, document, and multiple document, and so on. So look at the example, sum of two numbers, addition of two numbers, start and end. Read A and B. See, we can use our simple English language sentences here. Read A and B or input A and B, it doesn't make any difference. Add A and B, store the result in C, or you can directly write C is equal to A plus B. Display C or write C. Sum of all the numbers up to n. So up to n we need a loop. If your n value is 10, sum of all the numbers up to 10. If your n value is 20, sum of all the numbers up to 20. So here the input is n, read n, and you repeat the loop till n number of times. So for that we need a condition, counter less than or equal to n. If n is 10, 1 to 10, you need to repeat the loop. So whenever the condition is true, you add the number, sum is equal to sum plus counter. So when counter is 1, 1 is added to 0, initial value of sum is 0, and now the counter is 2. As the condition is true, sum is equal to sum plus 2. Now the counter is 3, sum is equal to sum plus 3, and so on, till the condition becomes false. Once the condition is false, display the result. So look at the flowchart for roots of quadratic equation. For quadratic equation, we need three inputs A, B, C. You need to calculate the discriminant D. D is equal to B square minus 4AC. So we have various conditions, D greater than 0, D less than 0, and D equal to 0. Look at that D greater than 0 first. If D greater than 0 is true, roots are real and unequal. You know the roots, minus B plus square root of D by 2A, and minus B minus square root of D by 2A, both the roots. If D greater than 0 is false, I am checking for D is equal to 0. Look at this. D is equal to 0. If D is 0, both the roots are real and equal. Both are minus B by 2A. If D equal to 0 is false, means D less than 0. If D less than 0 is imaginary roots. And you can display R1 and R2. No confusion regarding these type of notations, because if you observe some other YouTube video or some other content from other website, you may get a different flowchart. But the base notations are same. D greater than 0, D equal to 0, D less than 0, the notations are same. And few people, for D less than 0, they just put a message, roots are imaginary. They don't make any calculations. But here in this flowchart, here clearly specified the real part and imaginary part. So what is a pseudo code? So before implementing an algorithm in any programming language, we need to prepare a rough draft of the program. Once the rough draft is ready, so instead of selecting a specific programming language, we describe it in pseudocode format. So look at this example, count vowels in a string. A simple English sentences. Set counter as 0 for each character of the string. If the character is in AEIOU, then increment the counter by 1. Counter is equal to counter plus 1. You are counting the vowels in a string. And if and for. The notations are completely different. For and for, if and if.